Your home race at Zandvoort. Can you just tell us, what is it like to be you here in front of these orange grandstands?
I wouldn't wish that on anyone. No, no. It's a great weekend for me to come to. I mean, it's honestly, it's great to see all the fans next to the track, and it's also an amazing track to drive. You know, so all of those things together makes it, a fun weekend.
For now, I just want to get back to victories, as I did in the beginning of the season. Get to that form and keep that consistency. Finish the season on a very strong path, because that will only help next year.
I think we are like playing in Champions League at the moment, and we are finding ourselves, you know, with a very top teams, trying to overdevelop as well off track, you know, and this is going to be the biggest challenge for Aston Martin now.
My goal is to try and figure out how to have like the best 10 races I've ever had in the second half of the season. And of course, we know performance-wise, we're not going to blitz these races, but maximizing points every weekend, holding on to second in the Constructors' Championship, and chasing down Perez. So that's my goal.
I mean, it's very difficult to predict anything, especially considering the forecast for this weekend. It looks like the rain is always going to be around, which adds a lot of unpredictability. But as I've said, we just need to focus on ourselves and try to maximize the result.
Yeah, I think we want to just keep on progressing. I think as a team, you know, we're in a good position in the Constructors' Championship. P2, we've sort of made progress in the fight with Aston Martin. McLaren are obviously looking pretty strong, but you know, we want to keep on improving. We obviously would love to win a race this year, but Max and Red Bull are really, really strong. But I think the goal for us now is to seal that P2 in the Constructors.
I feel like 2 weeks is enough. Then on the third week, I already get the will, you know, to get back in an F1 car. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wait until FP2 for that, but it's the way it goes. Now, feeling recharged, and you don't get to fully disconnect because you're in the middle of an F1 season. You always think about the first half, always prepare the second half, always trying to stay fit, but ready to go. We ended the first half of the season, I think, in a very strong point. Maybe not with the best weekend in Spa, but still a decent result, and some 3 weekends prior to that, some very good results and 2 podiums. So I would love to have the confidence to say we want to continue that and continue to get podiums and top 5s and a lot of points every weekend. But it's close. It's a good battle between us and a lot of the guys we're against, and that makes it exciting.
Yeah, I had a very, very good time with my family, with my loved ones, the people I really enjoy, you know, spending time with. It was very much needed, and I think for the whole paddock anyway, you know, to have a break. But you know, I've missed it. I didn't manage to disconnect completely. You know, it was for me important to think about a lot of things, try and, you know, note some things down to try and come back stronger, you know, when everyone was going back to work. So that's what we've done this week, you know, working at the factory. And I'm super happy to be racing again and driving a car again, because I'm clearly addicted. It's like a drug.
Even before we had the car to fight solidly in the points and for podiums, I think we were still executing our races very well and making the most of the opportunities that we did have. I think now that we've got a car that's capable of fighting for a lot more, where sort of it's just more evident for everybody. So I think just keep the same processes and stuff. Obviously, try and get a bit closer to Red Bull, and you know, I think each weekend it can chop and change between us, sort of Mercedes, Ferrari, Aston could come back into that fight very easily. So I think just try and be consistent and really try and hopefully be that next team to try and fight Red Bull.
I think all in all, it's looking at, you know, making the next step for the team, sort of evolutions. It's not a complete restructuration of the entire team. So you have new people in new roles with some experience, with a lot of experience in motorsports, and I think it's a good opportunity, very good opportunity for the team to kind of make that next step. Yeah.
Coming into the second half, there's maybe a few more tracks our car doesn't suit. But then the ones that it does suit, for example, Monza and Vegas, I think they are going to be even more suited than any of the tracks we've done this year so far.
I think it's been a while coming. I think all the signs, you know, were for us to continue the relationship, the partnership. So happy to have it done and announced.
How did the chats go with Gene and Gunter? Was it pretty smooth, pretty easy?
Yeah, it was smooth sailing. I think they were happy so far with me. I think so.
I saw a lot, did a lot, saw new places, met new people. I entered this gravel event, which was great fun. I raced 100 miles, destroyed myself, which I love, and now I'm here, fresh.
This year will definitely be a lot more, let's say, to the point compared to where we were last year, but we're definitely missing a little bit of performance in general. Expected a lot more, of course, but so it's not been an easy season, but let's say it's clear for the goal second half season. You know, we want to achieve that P7 Constructor Championship, and it's very close between us, AlphaTauri, and also Williams Haas. So I think we can still do that, and a few upgrades coming for the next few races, but not here. So we're looking forward to that.
Clear target for the second half, and I think the result will come anyway naturally if you're performing well or not. So that's my first target. That tick off the box to what the least I have to improve, and other than that, score points as much as possible. I think we're now in bottom of the field as a team championship. Hopefully we can be at least in top P7. That'll be great. We're having a lot of upgrades still in second half, so hopefully we can make a good step.
You know, very happy to continue. Of course, you know, we have a job to do right now, and it'll be, you know, really fulfilling to see, you know, the progress into next year that we're working on right now. And yeah, I know this team very well. It's my home in Formula One. You know, it's great to have another year on.
Yeah, just, you know, accepting the challenge of what the first half of the year was, you know, understanding how I need to improve, but at the same time just, you know, trying to enjoy every moment of the season so far. And I think, you know, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do in the second half of the season, and I feel like having that chance to reset and come back ready to attack and just try and maximize my performance.
I was certainly looking after my body more than I usually would on a summer break, but I think as well this kind of second chapter of my career, you know, I am feeling just different about things, and I feel like at least right now where my head's at, I'm in a very good place, and taking it seriously. I mean, not obviously putting like unnecessary pressure on myself or anything, but just have some goals to achieve and some things to chase. So that's where I'm at.